sit by the fire and hear the tale of 5 steadfast adventurers as they explore the mysterious isles of Darkatur. Join us on the sword-casting adventures.
Fight! We fought with the Sahagin. They had a sorcerer and several sharks with them. We defeated them, but not before the sharks damaged the hull. We bailed out a lot of water with Grimtuck's portable hull. Getting the water out of the hull, however, caused entirely other issues. The gem of communication, the one we got from Cassandra's lackey, well, on tumbling onto the deck, it lit up, and a form started to emerge.
Hi everybody, this is Chris the DM. Just wanted to let you know that Aaron could not make it today, so I will be taking the role of Elduin. As you all find yourself on the deck of the ship after this great battle you have just won. As Amelia had poured the contents out of the portable hole to make more room for more water, as it pours into the holes, the sharks had bit into the hull itself. As the emerald, Father's left eye, and the stone that Enoch held toppled to the ground, and Elduin scrambled to grab all of this and throw it back into the bag. The stone goes light in a form, sits there, hovering just above, in a kind of milky, almost blue fashion, translucent or transparent. But a very familiar form. Elduin sees it. The staff, the cloak, the crown. Give it a sec. She ain't there yet. And the voice then comes through as she turns. So here you all are. I'm going to roll a high or low. If Elduin gets high, we're going to have him keep it out. If it's low, he's going to stuff it into the bag. Everyone cool with that?
Mm-hmm.
We're all
You're all
around.
You're around. I think the ones who are mainly finishing the battle are effectively Grimtuck, Amelia, Metolius, Rain. You're all on the deck.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we had had a few
Amelia's
minutes
running
of
back
healing.
downstairs with the portable hole, if I'm not mistaken. You had poured it out.
Yeah, I believe that I had poured it out, dropped all the extra bits from the portable hole on the deck, dropped my bag of holding, and told people to fill it up as I ran downstairs.
Yes. As you ran back downstairs, leaving the rest of you on the deck. All of you on the deck hear Elduin go, everyone, I think there's a... Hi. I said he throws it in, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
I think there's a problem, and he takes the bag, and you see him wrench it open and just toss the stone in.
Thank fucking God.
Well, okay, so I don't know if she saw much, but that was Cassandra.
I mean,
Does Amelia hear any of this or have any idea this is happening?
You would have probably made it to the stairs by this point, so you would have heard him say this.
Amelia would stop and look back and see what's happening.
You hear silence over this all, like, what do you mean?
nothing. Pass the boat.
Are you sure
Fuck.
it was her?
I'm not going to check again, but I'm pretty sure that that's who I saw. She seemed to... And as he just about finishes that statement, you notice the fog move. And spin and whirl and coalesce. And as it starts to pour onto the deck behind Elduin, in mere moments, this form appears and turns solid.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, for real.
And she goes, well, that wasn't very nice, was it? And you hear...
Does Amelia see this?
Yes. If you had stopped,
Yeah.
yes.
She is
Amelia.
frozen in horror.
Okay. And you hear, you see Elduin like audibly like gasp at that, as behind him seemingly stands Cassandra Etterwine. You even see this slight glow underneath her hair that's covering half of her face.
Grimtuck, knowing Grimtuck is going to take a swing on her.
Yeah.
You'd have to run up to her.
That's fine.
Okay. Sure. So, Grimtuck, she stands there as she says that. Run up to her and make your attack.
How reckless. Duh.
This is...
that is
That
a
wasn't very nice.
not
I've been
natural
looking-
20.
Ooh.
Uh,
I've been looking for you. And as she says that, Grimtuck's axe swings straight through. And as you see it swing through, it passes through, and the mist disperses through the axe. And you see her wheel away and dissipate, almost. And then a moment later, that same swish of mist now hanging high above you all. I have to say, your manners have gotten quite a lot worse.
I mean,
So now, I see we're all standing here. Interesting. A ship, are you on? You are.
I run over to Elduin and I say, which one did it come out of?
It was the, I guess the stone, the sending stone.
I try to pull the bag of holding away from him.
He passes it off.
I reach in and grab the stone.
Okay.
I throw it off the ship.
As it flies off, she goes, excellent. I think that, and she points it, as it flies off, you hear that plunk. And she looks at you. And you see that green glow go alight. And she smiles this wicked smile. Cute. Very cute. But now you're just wasting a perfectly fine material. And she kind of tries to right herself as her feet hang just in the air, high above, probably like mast height, like just at the first sail. And she goes,
Metolius would like put himself in front of Silence,
Okay.
in between those two. So if Silence was going to get attacked,
Sure,
he
sure.
would try and take the hit.
she looks at you all and goes, it's very interesting to see that you're all on a ship. Does that mean you're going to port somewhere?
I mean, eventually we're not just going to live here. Like, yeah, that's a pretty safe assumption.
That's good to know. For I have many eyes in many ports.
Great. I'll start plucking them out one by one. Speaking of, I think we have one of your fathers.
Do you now?
You should probably try to come and get it. I'm tired of this cat and mouse bullshit.
Oh, dear God. You know, it's funny you say that. I'm tired of this cat and mouse game, too. And I'm very sad because you killed my dog. And
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Good. Well, I think reciprocation should be acceptable. Kill my dog, I'll kill your cat. She holds out her hand, and a fine green beam points down at the tabaxi and flies straight at him. And in a moment, where just in shock and awe, this beam hits Hawk straight in the chest. and you see his eyes go wide, and everyone, Silence, kind of pulls on your shoulder, Metolius, and pushes off to try to run to him, and then Hawk screams. And Cassandra laughs, and his scream is cut very short, very quickly, as you see his whole body and turn to ash and fall to the ground. Now, we're not even. And as she says this, you notice that
I throw a firebolt at her.
rays of the sun, roll your attack, rays of the sun start to go across the bow of the ship and over.
23 to hit.
23 would hit.
Damage?
Sure. As they start to peek over, as the ship becomes illuminated through this field of fog.
26 fire damage.
Whoa.
Your firebolt flies straight through
God damn it.
and off into the ocean. You see her form dissipate for a moment around it and suck back in. And she goes, I think I'll be taking my leave now, but I will be finding you. Now, this cat and mouse game has gotten interesting. Mourn your friend. You'll be seeing me soon.
Send
And as-
more friends.
As the sun rays kind of pierce over this fog bank and just fall upon her, the mist dissipates and evaporates off and flows into nothing as the sea becomes clear. And you just see, it's a moment where, because of everything that's going on, it almost, the sound doesn't hit you all yet. And then you notice there's screaming and crying as Silence is huddled over this pile of ash that was her friend.
Amelia just cries out, "What in the hells was that? What is going on?"
Elduin, I wasn't fast enough.
That was Cassandra Etterwine.
I would be like trying to comfort Silence, I think.
Can't you do something for him?
I'm not
What was that?
not dust.
She. What?
I can't bring back dust.
I don't know how this shit works.
What's that spell? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I'm not a wizard. I don't know.
And you see.
Is there anything left over from him?
There isn't. The clothes, the weapons, the instruments, all of it
All
just
gone?
gone.
That was Cassandra Etterwine. Her family's the reason why we
How-
do this.
That's who we're dealing with?
How did she do that?
Yes. That's who set us to task originally.
We were in her employ at first.
If she has that kind of power, why didn't she just stick around and do that to all of us?
Why hasn't she done it to the entire island?
Right?
What if it was... What if she doesn't have enough to... What if that drained whatever power she was using?
Yeah, I don't think she could have done more than that if she wanted to.
It's true. The more powerful the spell, the more energy is required to summon it. This is terrible.
Amelia falls to her knees.
But she doesn't know where we are. That we should be safe now, right?
I mean, I don't know.
We're like she said, I think we're
How do you...
marked.
Amelia, how do you know Cassandra at her wine.
I don't.
We've told her about her, Cassandra,
I know, but
and our adventures
you
previous.
said that's who we're dealing with. I don't know.
I asked if that's who we were dealing with.
Oh.
It is.
I've only heard the name from the lot of you.
Well, we haven't seen this version of her before.
No, that
I think I may have heard glimpses in the visions that led me to you all, but I've never experienced her myself.
At this point, as you're kind of helping silence Metolius, I think Baldric also joins in and kind of takes her and calls up for one of the crewmen to take the helm, and he says, "Thank you. I'm going to take her to her quarters."
Yes.
I'll see to the ship's repairs and just start ordering people around as far as anybody who stopped moving to stare at all of this.
Yeah, Baldric takes this and acknowledges. Thank you. Yes, do that.
After hearing Grimtuck say that, Amelia is going to approach Grimtuck and hand him the portable hole.
Take it.
And then start to console Silence.
Okay. Yeah, you follow them into into her quarters.
If that's where she's going.
That is where. Yeah, it seems like Baldric is taking you to her quarters for now. So yeah, you follow in. If anyone else wants to, obviously they can. But at this point, Elduin finishes putting all of it in, takes the eye, and just throws it in, and goes, "Well, I will make myself useful. Show me what I need to do."
Yeah, not a problem.
And he does that. He just puts all of the rest of the stuff in there, throws it on his back, and goes.
Are you injured?
No, not at all.
Metolius sits down and starts binding his wounds.
Okay.
Or actually, he probably would stumble back down into the hole and go lay down.
Okay.
I'm just basically pretending to be captain, ordering people around.
That's fine.
Not like really am, just like taking charge.
As Amelia starts to head downstairs with Silence and Baldric,
Yeah.
Can she tell what the situation's looking like down there with the water?
Sure. Roll a perception check for me.
14.
It looks like definitely there seems to be still water coming in, but you're noticing people are starting to patch up the holes. So there's more, yes, you got a lot of damage on the hull, but really the puncturing of the hull isn't as gigantic as you would think. It just happens to be a lot of water had rushed in. So you see people at those holes with hammer and nails and boards, just boarding it up as best as possible. You even see someone carrying just a whole jar of tar that seems to be just heated up, so they can slather it down and hopefully close it. So it seems like they're getting a handle on it, and again, they'll have to be patched up more, but for right now, it seems okay.
As we walk down there and see that, Amelia is just gonna yell out to Grimtuck, "Grimtuck, get down here and get this water out."
It's pretty much what I'm working on. Just you see him, just robotic.
And
Just
Amelia, you being right there, you hear Silence just he was gone. He was there. And he was gone. And you hear Baldric kind of chiming in. It's I know, it's okay. And you all kind of move into Amelia's room. Or, yeah, into Silence's room to make that a little easier for the listeners at home. And he gets her a small cup of something strong and sits her down, putting a blanket over her. Are you still in the room?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are you doing anything?
I'm pretty much just being right next to Silence in case she needs anything physically, and I'm just kind of letting her and Baldric have their conversation and not trying to be intrusive about it.
Sure. I just think Baldric kind of looks at her and goes, I don't think any of us knew that. We didn't know this was going to happen. Hawk
None
knew
of us
that-
could have known.
No, of course not. Of course not. Hawk knew the dangers. He knew what he signed up for.
How could we have known she could do that just from a stone?
And you see Baldric kind of like thinking, and you see it kind of like milling it over in his head. I don't know if it was the stone. You threw the stone into the sea. If it was her through the stone, I don't know. I'm trying to take it all in. I don't know.
That's why I threw it.
I think
I
that
figured if that's how she came here, then
you see
she
see
couldn't go
Silence
far
like
from it.
clamp a hand on your arm and taking a stiff drink from that cup, and she goes, I think you chose right. I would have thrown it into the sea as well. I don't know if she has some form of magics we don't know of, or something, but there was something more than just that stone. Thank you. You may have saved us a lot more. Maybe she could track us with that stone. I don't
If it was more than that, why hasn't she done that before?
Where's the stone then?
Where's
Yeah.
what?
Where's the stone been? And Baldric kind of
It's-
chimes in and goes, yes, where has that that
It's-
stone been with us the whole time?
It has. It's been in that same bag, that same hole.
But in the
We even pulled it out at Firelit Thicket. Nothing happened.
for how long?
Moments. It couldn't have been any longer than it was out on the deck. It was
took
seconds.
it took Elduin a minute or two. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how those things work. I'm not sure. But hopefully she can't see us now. And
What if she can use the other one?
the other one. What other one? What do you mean? I mean,
Amelia turns around and walks out of the room.
you hear Silence kind of call after you, like, wait. And Baldric kind of like
I have to go look at something.
puts a hand out. And then you just hear kind of sobbing as the door closes. Okay. What are you doing?
I walk back up to the deck, and I guess I find Elduin if he has the bag of holding.
He does have the bag of holding. He's at the moment working with Grimduck to try to patch up things.
I walk up to him and I say, "Give me the bag."
Okay, sure, of course. What? He hands you the bag.
I take the bag and I set it down on the ground and crouch next to it, and I say, "What if she can use this one?
What do you mean?
What if she can use the other one?"
The other what? This.
I pull it out of the bag.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's what we're doing now.
What do you mean? Like I
I
imagine
move
she
to the
can.
edge of the ship.
Whoa.
Don't
That's a bad idea.
yeah, please don't do anything hasty.
Everything we know about her knows that her and the ocean, and they are really closely in line.
Do we know that? I don't know anything about that.
But throwing that thing, whatever that is, we don't know. That's what she wants.
Plus, this whole cult is like water and ice and stuff. We throw that in there, you might as well just hand it to her.
We don't know it's what she wants. We didn't know. She didn't know we had it until you said something.
No, she sent her fucking stoogie after us to come and get it.
By all rights, she knew we had that because we searched for it.
Yeah, she sent us to go find it. She knew it was there. They went after us to find it. They found all the corpses and everything that we took with us. He followed us. I fucking killed him with my axe, but before I did, he asked for the stone. He had that communication thing with him, the thing that let him talk to her. You know for a fact that he fucking told her. She knew it the whole time.
It's true. If he searched through the crypt we had before you were part of this party, and he did not find the stone, she would know that we, or at least we had taken it from there.
And he set a trap for us, or at least tried to, and you know that he was on that little stone telling her. He was her fucking lapdog. You heard him. Or you heard her.
Maybe it was something to do with the stone you threw into the ocean.
But if it was, then why didn't it stop her?
I don't know. I don't think any of us know.
But we can't get rid of that stone yet.
Amelia looks around between the two of you, just kind of like confused and like crazed.
I have my hood up, by the way.
Okay.
For my cloak.
Okay. Got it. Eldon looks at you and it's like, I understand that may put a target on our backs. But so does killing Enoch. So does running away from her.
Yes, and so did killing Enoch, and we didn't hear a word from her until just now.
Because we put away the stone, right?
It was in the fucking bag of holding.
Not all the time. You showed it to Timber. Why didn't she attack us then?
No, it's a different stone. I showed her the one that you're holding. Not
Yes,
the one
if
that...
I'm not mistaken.
Then that's what I'm saying.
The one you threw
What
off...
if she can do the same thing with this one? Why didn't it happen then?
Why isn't she doing it now, then?
I have to agree with him.
She disappeared. She's gone.
We know these are filled with primordial energy. What is that? That doesn't have anything to do with your base magics. Something like communication.
Look, I don't know. You guys are all outside of my depth. But I know that if you throw that jewel in the ocean, I'm going to have to go get it. And I really don't want to go do that. I want to patch this ship so we all make it to shore.
Why do we have to get it?
Because I know that she wants it.
And what if we leave it here where she can't find it?
She'll find it.
What if she can?
Can she dive to the bottom of the ocean?
What if she can?
Who do you think sent those sharks and whales and... So what if they fucking find it or something else finds it? It'll make its way back to her. And from everything we know about this family, they've been here a really long time. If it takes her 100 years or 1,000 years, they'll find it.
I think acting rashly and throwing that over the side would not be the best course of action at the moment.
Because I'll have to go get it.
That's true, but also, even if we were to leave it here, what would that solve? That would not bring him back. Hawk, right?
Amelia just falls to her knees and stares down at the deck. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't think any of us do. Right now, we are on a course to a port that she does not know.
Yeah, she doesn't know where we're going. This was the... I hate to fucking say it, but if it was going to happen, this is the best place for it to happen. There's no landmarks around. You can't see land from here. There's nothing for her to say where we are, whether we're coming or going. She made her mark, which was to try to scare us, but if she could have killed us all, she would have. If she could have sunk the boat, she would have. She couldn't. She shot her shot. You threw the stone over the edge. She's not going to be able to find us as easily again.
She made the shot after I threw the stone.
But what if we throw the stone now, and she is able to communicate with the first you threw? What if she was able to get there, even at the bottom of the ocean? I don't know. I don't know how these things work.
I don't either. Does that mean we need to go get the other one?
No, I don't. Maybe could you swim that far and that fast?
I mean, it would be really fucking hard at this point.
Do we?
No,
I don't know.
leave it. That one's gone. This one we need.
I mean, we have made our choice to keep it, right? Keep it safe from her. That's what we talked about.
And everybody that we talk to about it, they don't know what it is either, but they just know it's terribly powerful. It's father's left eye. They keep talking about how their father's asleep, and she sent us on a fucking mission to go find these gems. She wants it.
I also say you two are there. Just you know, Metolius and Rain
Okay.
see this all going down
I
on the
wasn't
side
sure.
of the ship.
'Cause I said
Sorry.
I went down to bind my wounds, but I probably would have encountered a hold full of water and grabbed
Yes.
my.
Rain would have probably been there.
Yeah, I said something.
It's true.
Grimtuck approaches Amelia and just kind of does like a squats down,
quite a bit and just holds out his hand and says,
Big guy.
Amelia, I need that gem. We need that.
Yes, that gem must stay with us. It's safer. I
Mike-
agree.
The real question is, supposedly, I mean, as far as we know, this might not even be the only 2 gems, right?
We don't know.
We don't.
We need to learn more.
What if she gets this one, and then there are more, and we have no idea? What do we do? So, don't throw the gem.
Also, we're going to a fucking volcano at some point or whatever. That's a way better place to ditch a gem.
I agree.
You're not wrong.
Just weight it down, throw it in there. Good fucking luck getting that back.
I think we should take caution away from this experience, and I think that we should keep the gem, and I think it is our duty to do this.
I agree.
We need to learn more about them. Perhaps at this library.
I was going to say that, Metolius. I think that we could learn. They may know something. No one else has really known much about these.
Are you like clutching the gem super hard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it couldn't be like reach down and just lightly pluck it out of your hand.
I mean, Amelia wouldn't stop you if you did.
It's not gonna take it from you.
But if she's able to track us through the gem, then we should probably put it away soon.
And as you say that, a couple tears start to roll down Amelia's face, and she just angrily shoves her fist back into the bag of holding. And she just starts to sob.
No matter what, it may be best to keep it in this bag.
I didn't know.
Of course you didn't. None of us did.
They will receive their righteous and just punishment, and we will be the ones to deliver it.
What about mine?
You did nothing wrong.
You did nothing wrong.
His death isn't on your hands. You didn't
No, this
turn
is
Hawk into ash. None of that was on you.
all the blame falls on.
That possibility wouldn't have existed if I hadn't.
You don't know that.
Amelia gets up and storms off.
Evelyn kind of looks around just at you all and goes, I don't know. And goes back to fixing the ship.
We'll make for port soon.
Yeah. Will you storm off where?
I head
Below
back
deck?
downstairs to
Okay.
Silence's chamber.
Okay.
You men, haul that water. You, stay on the wheel. Going back below decks. And just stomp off to go see what the situation is with patching the holes.
Okay. Maybe you make it down to Silence's office, or Silence's quarters, and you find them kind of still there. Silence is seemingly. It's been mere minutes, but she seemingly has composed herself enough, where you see tears still welling up in the corners of her eyes, but she's like, they're talking. They're not just. She's not just crying. And you just kind of walk in and go, okay, so. Okay. And they seem to be talking back and forth about what comes next. Just like, once we get there, we have to get it fit. Oh.
And Amelia walks in, and Amelia is not composed at all.
I think as you walk, she's
She's got like tears like down her face. She looks frazzled.
You
Mascara's running.
hear the cup clink against the table, and then silence is upon
At this point, she pushes her mask up on top of her head.
and silence is upon you. In a mere moment, clink on the table, and just in that form, with like the blanket over her shoulders, she just embraces you.
And Amelia just starts to cry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
Of course you didn't. Who would have known?
I didn't mean to.
And you see, you hear, you feel, you do all of the senses. No, you feel Silence's head kind of rest on your shoulder, and you hear her voice. Just, of course you didn't. None of us knew. None of us could have. It is not something to blame yourself over. The crimes that family has just wrought across this land grow steadily every day. This is not your burden to bear. It is another nail in her coffin.
This is now my burden to bear. They will pay
Then hold,
for what they've done.
and you hear you feel the wetness of the tears kind of flowing onto your shoulder. So hold the hammer with me and drive those nails in with me. For Hawk and for all we've lost. And I think you feel her arms just pull you in as tight as possible.
And as they do, more tears just start to stream down Amelia's face.
We switch over Grimtuck as you get down to the bottom, and you notice that there is much less of standing water left in the hold of the ship now.
Does the crew look like they know what they're doing as far as...
They seemingly have a basic idea. This may not be the first time this has happened.
Okay.
But they definitely are on it. No one's just mucking about.
Okay.
There are at least 4 or 5 people running up the stairs, buckets in hand, to toss it overboard. There are another group of about probably 8 people on any of the holes, not all together, but like over the course, like one with a giant thing of tar, the other boiling it and keeping it going, and the others just hammering nails into
So they
the wall.
likely don't need it.
I think they probably got it.
Okay, cool. I'll head back above deck.
Okay.
And just go man the wheel itself.
Okay. Elwyn just passes by you with his sleeves rolled up. He removes all of his bits, his cloaks and all that. He leaves it on the deck of the ship and goes down and starts helping.
I would like to do some things.
What would you like to do, Metolius?
I would like to take a pouch, an empty pouch, and get this seagull to go away. And shoot. And I'm going to scoop up some of Hawk's ashes and fill this pouch with Hawk's ashes,
Okay.
which I added to my inventory.
Excellent.
And then I
Pouch of
am
Hawk.
going to
A pinch of Hawk? Sorry. Too soon.
just a dash.
Smidge.
He will wash his hands off and he will sit down to bind his wounds.
Okay.
And if Rain is there, is Rain there?
Yeah, I suppose so.
He pulls a flask out of his back pocket and tosses it to Rain.
Okay. I think this kind of all... Sorry, did you need...
No, I just want to roll some hit dice.
Yeah, roll some hit dice while this happens. Effectively, this counts as a short rest. But as this all kind of goes down, probably about 45 minutes to an hour later, Amelia, Silence's tears have run dry, your shoulder now damp. I think she kind of pulls back off of you and takes a swig of whatever is in that cup, which smells very strong. And she goes, okay.
After she does, Amelia holds her hand out.
Oh, she passes it to you. We are going to be in port within the next few hours. I think we should all sit down and discuss what comes next. So, if you could gather your body, I'm going to compose myself as best I can.
Yeah, Amelia wipes the tears from her face and kind of does the same thing. And she'll step outside of Silence's quarters and first go check on what's going on in the hold with the water situation.
Okay. So as you walk out, you find that it is about an hour later. There's very little water left. They've definitely seemingly patched up any of the holes, cosmetically speaking, like just very basically. They're all tarred and set. And you see people kind of running around, making sure. You see a few deckhands kind of just actually like mopping up the rest of the water that's still kind of standing there. But everyone seems to be much more in line with getting this just about done. You even see Eldwin down there finishing up, and he kind of comes over and goes, I'm sorry. I feel like we have missed out on telling you a few things, and I hate that it had to come out like this.
Amelia kind of like takes a second to collect herself and just breathes in a big sigh. You should feel sorry for the Edowines. They're going to pay for everything they've done.
You feel a hand on your shoulder
Fucking vengeance.
as Eldwin nods, just like in that sense, just like lets you have your moment and nods, just like absolutely.
If you're good enough here, Silence would like to have a word with all of us.
I think they're good. I'll meet you all there.
I think we're gonna convene up on the top deck. I'm gonna go grab everyone else.
And Eldwin nods and finishes up what he was doing.
And then Amelia heads upstairs.
Okay. You find Grimtuck running the ship effectively at the moment, with Rain and Metolius.
Drinking silvery moon brandy from a flask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The good stuff.
The good.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You find everyone there.
I would approach.
Let's turn up my volume.
I'd approach everybody. Mask up still. And Amelia just kind of has this like 1,000-yard stare when she approaches you guys. And she just kind of walks up and is quiet for a second. Amelia would like, or Silence.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Her name is Amelia.
It's really difficult.
Silence is ready to discuss what's coming next.
Here?
I think so. If you guys will stay here, I'll go grab her. Tell her that you all are ready.
Absolutely.
Rain takes like one more chug of the flask and throws it back to Metolius.
Metolius puts it away. Say we finish like half of it.
And Amelia will head back downstairs and let Silence know that everybody's gathered.
Okay.
Sorry. She gave me that bottle. I thought I could just reach it, but I'm wrong.
Silence throws the blanket off and puts on her coat again. And as she does, she goes, "Yeah, let's go. I think I should get you prepared. It's a whole nother world once we get to port. And you see her take just one last big draw off of the cup and hands you what seemingly is like about half a shot left.
Bam.
Yeah.
Finish it.
And she puts her arm around you and gives you a small peck on the cheek and a whisper, just, thank you.
And Amelia, like, when she feels the lips hit her cheek, she just kind of, like, closes her eyes and savors it and then just, like, nods,
Okay.
letting her know that she's there.
Okay. Let's, so we all convene, silence, like, walks through, and you hear her call out a few commands to the people down below, but also a few accolades, as they seemingly have kept up well with it. As soon as she left the room, her fate, like, she puts
Boss
on
face.
yeah, instantaneously, like, is just on. She's back to it. You see a tiredness to her eyes now, though, and she's holding it all back. You can see it just in her demeanor, but she's doing a decent job at it. And she gets to the top deck. She calls out, "Grimtuck, I see you kept my ship going."
Yeah, I had to keep it afloat. You know, it's too nice of a ship to let it just rot at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, that's good. I kind of need this ship. But all of you, come on, gather up. We should talk.
Agreed.
So, and as you all kind of make your way to the helm, she kind of ushers off the deckhand that was there, and he goes back about. So, you're all going to Oceanshade. This is the pirate capital of Dockator, as it were.
Yep.
Yeah. Grimtuck, you do understand that you probably shouldn't just outright try to take the mayor's place, right?
I mean, I don't really know how the politics work here, but I'm not just gonna walk into their fucking house. That's a shitty plan.
I was a little worried.
No, I have a rough idea.
Okay.
I mean, it's open to interpretation. I don't really know the layout. Can you tell us anything about it?
About their house?
No, about Oceanshade. About,
Yes, I can tell you a lot of things about it.
well, who is this pirate mayor?
Well, the mayor, sans pirate, is Bragor Menon. He's just a man. He came to power like any other mayor does. They're voted in. I know it's not all piratey, but it's the truth.
Alright, well, what keeps these people together? What is the law here?
Well, he is effectively, at the moment, I mean,
These are lawless, terrible people, I'm sure.
well, yes. Okay. So, I guess let me talk about my family, which I really don't like doing. My great-grandfather, Silas Rimehold, was the Pirate King, the first of Oceanshade.
Badass.
Yeah, he was, supposedly. I never met him. And my father didn't want me to kind of fall into the same life that he had, so he never really let me follow his footsteps. Obviously, he kind of failed at that. But, you know, you live in a port town and ships come in, you hear stories, you learn things. So, he has a manor, Rimehold Manor.
Oh, your ancestral home?
No.
Oh, we're definitely taking that back.
Well, it's not.
It's a matter of honor.
It's not anyone's right now.
Now has your name on it.
Well, it does. And for the love of all gods that look upon us, no one need know that's my name.
All right.
Okay?
I already forgot until
Perfect.
you reminded me just now.
Let's
I
not.
think she means in port.
Yes, let's not bring that up.
Why is anybody looking at me? I don't fucking remember shit.
Good.
Metolius, I have no idea what your last name is.
That's good, I guess.
I'm just
Oh, we
saying.
don't need you forgetting not to tell people.
But
No, I'm
he-
saying like I've known you for a lot longer than I've known
Oh.
Amelia.
He looks around.
It's Blackthorn.
She looks around
All right.
at everyone and goes, no, this goes for
Mine's
everybody.
Grimtuck.
Grimtuck?
Just, no, it's just that's my
Oh,
whole name.
okay. Half orc, half orc?
While this conversation's going on, Amelia's just kind of like looking out at the ocean in a different direction. She's still listening, but she's just like zoning out in a completely different direction.
All right, so back. I'm sorry, Amelia. You were saying.
So, first and
What does that have
foremost-
to do with Pirate City, though?
Well, that means that someone else will be in that position at the moment. Right? If
Yeah.
a pirate king exists, then
How do they keep a bunch of lawless brigands in line? These people are all. I've met other captains, and they all think they're a king on their own ship, and they come to town, and there's violence, and there's bleeding. Does this person command an army?
as far as I know, yes, in his own right.
Are they mercenaries, or are they loyal to him for some reason?
Oh no, if the I've never met him in person, but if the stories are true, then yes, he has his own little pirate army, as you would say. From what I've heard, they're called the Gloom Raiders.
All right.
I'm not exactly sure how many of them there are, or what you would even expect to see if this, but I hear he controls the storm. That may be the reason they follow him.
So he controls like the winds or like the oceans, or
That is what the rumors are.
I bet you he uses that badass sword that we're going to get.
As far as I know, wait, the sword? What sword?
Oh, it's part of the reason that we're going.
I don't think you're looking for a sword. What sword?
It was your memory, was it not?
Night's
Grim?
Whisper is what it's called.
Oh. Well,
Do you know of the sword?
kind of, sort of. My great-grandfather was the owner of that sword originally.
Well,
He slew a kraken with it.
again, that's badass.
I mean, he had an armada with him, but he definitely came back the only ship still afloat.
Yeah,
That's
well,
how he became Pirate King.
that was one of the things that came back in my mind from Bells. And that and a lot of other leads, and this is the closest one. Look,
Interesting. The person who was... No, I never heard that from the one who... Or was Bells in our vision.
well, we're going there. We're going to get that sword. I don't imagine this person's going to want to give us the sword.
Generally speaking, no.
And in the process, we need to get allies. We need to get people who are fearless. We need to be able to take the fight to the Etterwines.
I mean, by all rights,
These people don't want to live under anybody's rule.
no. Generally speaking, not.
So, gotta have a plan. Obviously, if we can't just walk in the front door. There's other ways to go about this, though.
Well, there is... Okay, I would say if you're in dire straits
We're not.
at the moment, but if you find yourself in them, by all rights, my grandfather may have installed passages under the city.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of shit that we need.
Yes, but also I don't know how old they are, if they still are there, even if they're not flooded.
I can
The sea
breathe underwater.
rises.
It's fine. I'm not worried about it.
So can I for like 15 more minutes?
I sadly
Look.
think, my dear, that you're going to be out of luck then.
One thing, I don't know a lot about pirate politics, but I do know a lot about war. And I do know a lot about leading a war party. And I do know a lot about raids. It's the same anywhere. We find ourselves maybe one or two, like an info broker or someone who's like middle level in this structure. We find someone who knows things but maybe isn't as high up as they want. We fucking squeeze them for information. We take down 1 or 2 power bases. The rest start to fall in line. We build up a reputation for ourselves.
Wait, are we talking the Edowines or are we talking the pirates?
Pirates.
Oh. I mean, that's...
Eventually, the people who aren't afraid of us are going to want to join us.
I guess so. We're not coming with a very large force.
No, but we're going to leave with one if it goes right.
I really like your optimism. I mean, truthfully, I guess the best place to start would be checking out the taverns. The Golden Devil, it's a tavern run by Yuza.
Look, if this person's worth fuck all, they're going to spot us the second we come into town, and they're going to want to know who we are. We might just get lucky and get an invite.
You're not wrong. I mean, I would say, though, start there. Drinking holes are generally places to speak with people about business,
Or
especially of our kind of business.
Or these tunnels. Yeah.
Yes. You definitely have to find them. I'm not sure. I've never been into Rhymehold Manor. I've heard stories of it.
Well, I imagine you're going to get to see the end of it, or see the inside of it before the end of all this.
Oh, good. Good. That's definitely really like reliving old family memories. I would also say you have to be aware that there are 2 factions that do inhabit this town
Great.
that are not pirate-based.
What?
I'm sorry, I know. There are 2 temples of gods in this town.
Okay.
And neither of them are good.
Okay.
And both of them are going to try to extort you.
Extort me?
Yes.
What? Yeah, okay. 1, I have like 10 gold. There's not a whole lot they can get from me.
Well, we're looking at a temple to Umberlee, the bitch queen. Which they can be a mite more helpful than the temple to Talos.
Oh, yeah, so they're just all of the angry sea gods.
Well, generally speaking, it's what you would expect from a pirate city.
I know. I'm just saying they're leaning into it.
Yeah, well, so once we hit port, we most likely will have clerics of Umberlee come meet us. They generally request a tithe to her.
Well, should we even pull into port?
I mean, once we hit dock, are you going to?
Amelia looks around and sees if there's any dead Sahagin on the ship.
There definitely would have been if nobody cleared them. I murdered the one that was at the fucking
Yeah,
front
I
of
mean,
the
I
ship.
would say
Hearing that they're asking for a tithe, Amelia goes and grabs one of the bodies and just drags it over and drops it in the middle of the circle
I like
of
it.
people talking.
we could always try. That's a very interesting tithe.
If anything, it shows that we're on top of their bitch queen's list.
Oh, yeah. Or I have another good idea. We can fill up the portable hole with water and then drown them in it.
That's not bad either.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I guess the point across.
Well, I will leave you to it. I think
Try worshiping water.
I don't
now,
know
dumb
about
shit.
the rest of you, but I think both of you seemingly are willing to take whatever they dish
Whatever
out.
means necessary.
We
Yeah.
have to be willing to take whatever if the Edwines are willing to take whatever the fuck they want from us.
See, Amelia gets it.
I guess she does. You're not wrong. But also, we don't want to start a war between us and the pirates, do we?
No, we have to get them on our side of the war.
Agreed.
There's already a war.
But
that
I've never
started.
met a pirate who's just gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna give up my seat of power and my badass sword." Like,
No, I don't
yeah,
believe
it's
that's
just not. That's not a
That
thing.
doesn't sound feasible.
Doesn't sound very.
No, no. So like that's gotta happen. But who knows? Maybe this fucking guy's just. Maybe he'll just fight me for it. If I can get him in front of like a public spectacle, just a bunch of people, and just say, "Hey, Brigor, fight me
Embarrass him on
one-on-one.
national television.
Fight me one-on-one for that fucking sword."
1v1 me, bro.
Yeah, just him and I.
Pay-per-view!
Yeah, smash that like button.
Yeah, I'll just fucking challenge him to a fucking fight.
Well, Rigor's the mayor, not the pirate king.
Yeah, but the pirate, I thought they were the same fucking, like, because
They're
they
not
don't
the
have a
same
pirate king anymore.
Yeah, they're not the same person. No, I'm pretty sure from
Fuck, man.
This man just seems to be a figurehead.
Then who the fuck's the pirate king?
I literally have never met him. I have no idea.
See, I thought there wasn't a pirate king anymore, and they just, somehow it turned into a pirate mayor.
That's not how that works.
Shit, I'm way turned around.
What more seemingly happened was the Pirate King and his the Gloom Raiders went underground.
Oh, okay. I was confused, because I thought, like, there was a pirate king, and
Well,
now it's just a pirate mayor.
I think the problem is they were pressed by the battalion ages ago
Oh, okay, so...
to
Whoo! You just bailed out a mayor.
wait. Were you going to just kill him?
I thought he had the sword.
Oh no, I don't.
I
think
thought he was
does.
like, oh, I'm actually a king, but now we call me mayor.
No. This is a actual. As I said, this is an actual elected official.
And look,
They're
cool.
just good. They're
I
just
know, I
randomly
was
good people that live here. Please don't just kill someone in the streets.
I mean, no, but
Well, not in the street.
I guess I just don't really know how a pirate city works. But I'll
think
just
you
have to
have
get
the-
there and feel it
I
out.
thought you'd done this before, Grimtide.
I do
No,
think
I'm
you have
like,
a basic idea. I mean,
yeah, they're a bunch of pirates, yeah. So I've done piratey shit, but I've never been to like a pirate city. Really, I've been to pirate like, yeah, I've been to like around like Luskin and stuff like that. But that's just like
Pirate
a
suburbs.
Yeah, it's really just like a loose affiliation of a bunch of other pirates, and it has a pirate city. Yeah, it's just different rules.
I feel like nowadays they've actually made it more so city-like to keep the battalion off the backs.
All right, well, I guess
You
we'll
can
just figure out a way
find
to get
crime on every corner, but it's crime that you will not see coming.
there. Fuck.
I know.
I was expecting it to be like people hanging from lampposts and like
I guess you would say
just
depends
like
on
people getting stabbed in the street, but the body gets left there for a couple of days.
I would say it depends on the day.
All right.
And if retribution is needed, I think that could happen. It would not be the first time I ever saw a body hanging from Oceanshade, but this is also like, it's a bad place. It's not a good place to be. You have two rival churches extorting the entire populace. You have a mayor who's letting that happen, most likely being paid off.
Yeah, so
And
we
you have
can kill the mayor.
You know what? Sure. You go kill the mayor if you so wish.
I'm trying to figure out who I can and can't kill. But no, I'm sorry. It's just this whole thing's confusing.
I get that.
Yeah,
I
well,
Why
understand.
don't we just try to meet the Pirate King? And then
yeah, okay.
Maybe we'll just ignore the rest of
So,
I'm definitely not going to go in there and get extorted by ocean nerds.
it. Ocean nerds.
fish nerds. God damn it. Well, first and foremost, just go meet. I would say start your searches at the Golden Devil. Harmony is the owner. If we need to stay there, she generally has rooms. And she's pretty well versed. She's lived here for a very long time.
All right.
But like, for now, please, yeah, let's not just.
I'm not
Actually,
just
I
gonna
would-
go murder kill everyone.
I mean, I was just gonna say if you did choose to just drown the it'd be a little ironic if you drowned the clerics to
I
unbelief.
figure that would make a statement.
It would.
Like, hey, we're in town.
I mean, if they
Like-
drown in seawater too, really, it would just maybe. Who knows? Maybe they.
Doing them a favor.
Maybe that's what they want.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to piss off the ocean gods either.
I would say.
Maybe we should not murder their clerics.
I think that's probably best.
Otherwise-
all right.
Otherwise, you have your base standard thing. You have like shops, blacksmiths. You have a fish market. A surprisingly overpriced, but an existent one.
I mean, it's hard to have fishing boats when everybody in town just robs them when they go out to sea. You're like, hey, give me your fish. And then you're like, okay, now I don't have any.
God damn it.
You know, it's where you get robbed.
But yes, that was basically the only other part that I had. The only other horse in this race that I had is the fact that I am a heritage pirate of this
Yeah.
place.
Let's get your fucking house back.
Well, supposedly it's haunted. I haven't been, but every time I go and bring it up, everyone's just like, they tell me terrible stories of people dying.
We should really start there.
Zoiks!
Well, no, if we go and take the fucking house, then we have a fucking house there because nobody else lives there because it's haunted. So we go clear it out, and then we have a fucking power base that everybody's afraid to go to.
Do we plan on staying in Oceanshade long?
No, but I mean, like, if we need
Sounds like
enough
you would.
time to, have a base of operations that isn't somebody's inn, I don't want to see somebody else be like, oh, I like you and you're nice, and I'm sorry we got your inn burned down again.
Then maybe don't burn it down.
No, I'm not saying but like the last time wasn't really our fault.
But you threw it.
You burnt down the inn.
down the...
Amelia is right. You
This-
did throw the.
Are we all gonna pretend like there weren't like maps and shit in the basement? Like, am I really the asshole here?
No, but and this is all
not-
I'm talking. You
You're
did
not
in
wrong,
fact
you're just an asshole.
light the fire.
Yeah, I get that. But like, okay, so if your friend, if her inn doesn't have a bunch of shit that could potentially lead back to the place that we just came from, then
Then
I
burn it
won't
down.
burn it down.
Oh.
Wait, what?
To my knowledge, harmony is not part of the truth.
Cool.
So let's not burn down her inn.
Not every in recommendation is.
Yeah.
It's a complicated day.
Yes.
You're making
yes,
it more
is.
complicated than it needs to be.
Try to make plans and then
I get it, man.
find out that.
I get it.
Did you guys know that the Pirate King wasn't the Pirate Mayor?
I got that. Yes.
Did everybody know that except me?
Well, I mean,
didn't-
obviously, they're two different positions.
I didn't know, like, over time, like, you can be like, oh, I'm a king now, but maybe I'm an emperor, like, the
It's
same
very
jobs,
progressive
like,
of you.
something different later. I don't know.
I personally.
Yeah, but you
didn't-
can't be both at the same time, can you?
I don't know if you can be a king and a mayor. That seems... I don't know how this fucking shit works, guys.
I'm no
guys,
mastermind, but doesn't it make sense to be able to do more crime than you would have someone else who does, all the official things?
It's true. I don't know Grimtuck personally. I am not aware how pirate politics works, but from what I've seen so far, it's a mayor. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, my experience with it has been pretty limited to, you work your way up through just a lot of violence.
Maybe the Pirate King used money to leverage his candidate's position in the race
That could
for
be-
mayor, and therefore has installed someone who does his bidding.
Ooh, a figurehead.
Yes.
A pirate puppet mare.
Yes.
Indeed.
I wonder if he's a pal.
Just kind of stare off in the distance. Yes.
Well, so we should try to find the Pirate King when we get there. What else?
I think clearing out that fucking house so we can have a place that people are afraid to go to.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you. If you wish to go into my great-grandfather's house, it's just...
Look, if we're trying to make an impact here,
I don't think we're trying to make an impact. I think we're trying to be low profile.
For now, I'm not gonna lie. I might not go with you all. I don't really want to go see his house.
That's fine. I mean, we'll describe it when we get back.
Oh, good.
I don't want to see it, but I would love to have it described to me.
Yeah, please, in great detail.
Yeah,
That's strong.
excruciating detail.
Well, maybe it has like paintings or stuff in there.
Maybe that's
Pirates
why,
love paintings of themselves.
Maybe that's why she doesn't want to go see it.
Huh?
Never mind.
Fuck.
Really, what I have to do when we get into port is I have to find someone to fix this bloody ship. That's my first task. And I will. Because, yeah. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere.
Alright.
I don't think the ship can make it back across. Especially if any of those creatures are still out there.
I have a question about the other church in the city. The
Yes.
Talos.
Uh-huh.
How do they operate? What is their...
I've only been around them. They don't go every day, and it's not. They don't meet. They don't meet you at the docks like the Umberleys do. No. These. They literally stroll the town every 2 days or so, and request a single silver from every household.
Every 2 days.
Yes. But it seems that they go into different, like, portions of the town, different neighborhoods.
So it's not the entire town every 2 days.
No, it seems more like maybe 3 or 4 different, neighborhoods, quadrants of the town itself.
Why do people give it to them?
Well, there was once they didn't, and a hurricane hit. Again, this is where your idea of a lawless pirate town comes into play, Grotek. Is the ones who have really taken hold and really run rampant are these churches.
I bet you there's one place they don't collect taxes from. Haunted ancestral house.
I mean,
Or if they do show up there and disappear, it'll be like, oh, that's what you get for going to the fucking haunted house.
You're not wrong there, and I think it's worth looking at. I just wouldn't plan to stay terribly long.
I don't want to like live there, and we have stuff to do.
Yeah.
I just mean for like right now.
Yeah. A base of operations. if
Yeah,
you will.
and plus, if the fucking tunnels are anywhere, we can access them through there.
Yeah.
What do we know about this sword we're looking for?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Fucking
Just a
nothing.
name.
You got a
Do you
name.
know anything about it, Silence?
I know it's powerful.
It was wielded by your ancestor.
Do you know what kind of sword it is? A two-handed sword, one-handed sword.
Small amount I know about it. It's one-handed. It's something can be wielded. Again, like any good pirate, you want to be able to hold onto a rope if you're going to swing down upon something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
He was not large like you are.
Oh,
He was not just a gigantic beast of a man.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Dunka.
So, like, maybe like more of a rapier or like a scimitar kind of a thing.
It could be. I'm not positive.
Is that Rain?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, the name of the sword even just sounds like a sword you'd use.
Yeah.
Like it seems kind of fitting.
I don't want to say anything, but
No.
But
Like,
dibs.
gimme.
Yeah, but dibs. Fingers
crossed.
No, like, that could easily be a Rain thing.
yeah,
For sure, like,
I think
yeah.
it might be.
And plus, if you have fucking, like, if you're already leaning into the whole, you know, like, yeah, we'll get us a ship, and you'll get a fucking sword that has, like, a legendary pirate name, and has, like, a pirate history. I
Yeah,
know
pretty
we were
much
talking about
Makes
image.
you a pirate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I was
makes
talking
you a pirate.
about, like, it just leans into the image.
Yeah.
I'm saying, guys, good job.
The Venn diagram becomes
Yeah.
a circle.
All I know is that my grandfather was said to, in the heat of battle, disappear and find himself behind his enemies.
That's you all the way.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. That's. We're gonna get you a sword, Rain.
No one knew really how it worked, but
I think
If
I'll
it's-
figure it out.
Sweet. Alright. Alright. Well, I think we have a destination then. So if we gotta find these tunnels, then I think we should go straight to that fucking house.
That sounds like a plan.
Hey guys, I think please just help me out with this. For the sake of the whole image thing. Nobody pay fucking taxes.
Oh yeah, no, that's not gonna
Wait, the
happen.
tithes?
Yeah.
Helen kind of looks at you, but if a church asks, shouldn't you? That's not how that works, is it?
Not for evil churches. We don't pay them. We don't pay your fucking tithes for evil
I
churches.
thought you were more inclined to pay the tithes to the evil church.
I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea, right?
That way they don't.
Cause
Evil you?
hurricanes or
Evil
whatever.
you.
Don't
Or a
evil you.
hurricane, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying murder them. I'm just saying push them down.
Well,
Like in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
they're very.
We'll do it and then make sure that people are around to laugh. Maybe like girls are there.
I don't.
It sucks to get laughed at by girls.
Excuse me. Silence kind of chimes in like.
No one wants to be laughed at by girls. This is the worst.
I just think, generally
kink
speaking, yeah. Also true.
I don't mean grown ass women. I mean like teenage girls are mean.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
Right.
fucking they look at you and laugh and they straight point. It is really unfortunate. So like, let's just do that.
Maybe you should stop going into Hot Topic then.
But yes, I would say just be careful. The clerics of Umberley, they are also widely known to offer services for navigation, so they're in higher standings than the assholes of Talos that just go around demanding a tithe. So just,
All right.
I would say feel free to push them down, but they also do have a small amount of a standing in the town.
All right. Fine.
I'm not saying don't be you, Grimtuck. I
Just
think
have
you
this idea in my head, like, okay, it's gonna
You
be
know-
pirate town, and then we can go and
personally, I think you as your best pirate self, Grimtuck, is probably exactly what they need.
good.
But yeah,
But just we'll tread lightly with the clergy.
good plan. Good plan.
We do want to sail away from this island.
I know. I've met these people before. Everybody like has like some type of a trinket to them somewhere on them out here.
It's not exactly necessary that we need to leave from the same place, though.
Well, that's true, but Grimtuck did want to steal a ship.
But
Yeah.
we do also have business on other parts of this island.
Oh, that's true. That's
I
true.
agree. I agree.
More so, just say keep your head down. Keep your heads down. Keep your coin purse clutched. Not like that.
No, I just mean like they can have my 10 gold if it means that much to them.
I did up the asshole.
Locked and loaded.
Well, otherwise, I think you'll all do just fine. I think you put on a good show, and you certainly look the part. And you see Elduin kind of just go and put down his mask, and like
Ah.
kind of.
It's creepy.
Is it?
No, in a good way.
Amelia puts down her mask.
Yeah, no, it's like good creepy.
Good creepy. Oh, okay. I think that's what I was going for.
Oh, yeah, well, nailed it.
This might be an odd question, but is it? I should have thought this sooner. Does anyone have an eye patch?
Oh, no, actually, I was wanting to talk to you, Metolius. It's good that we're all here. Like, here.
What?
I just need, like, how do I say this? You're a really good looking guy. And that's going to play against you. Like, you look like the type of guy, it's like if I saw a cat stuck in a tree, I'm like, that guy would go and get it. So, I'm wondering if you could do me a favor.
And
I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm going to pull out the dread helm. I'm going to say,
Okay.
just maybe give it a shot.
It
Like-
lights up all the time, or only when I want it to?
All the time.
Just the eyes.
As long as you're wearing it.
Yeah, but it's like creepy. It's not like super bright. You guys have seen me where it's not gonna be like give you away like from a mile away. It just looks fucking creepy. Cause like
I mean,
you're a good looking guy
it
and like
matches my attire now.
yeah, and you don't
It
have any
does.
facial scars and like
Well,
I don't know,
that's
you
what
look
I was thinking,
approachable.
the eye patch.
oh, but like this is better.
Well,
But this is better.
Just
that's subjective.
like just maybe just give it a shot for like a day.
No, I think you're right. Maybe with this axe, I believe, Elwin, you said name was the Claw of Talos.
Oh, yes, when I identified it.
Maybe I could come off as a follower,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
maybe they would leave us alone. So maybe
hold out the helmet.
All right, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if that would actually. Maybe you'd have an inn.
Mayhaps. I'm not going to try to exploit it. What is this? This helmet is. Do I have to attune to it?
Nope.
No.
Okay, I just put it on my
You
head.
just put it
Yeah.
all on.
Is it got like?
Oh,
Is
I
it
miss
just a
Loud
helmet, or just does it have horns,
Yep.
or how does it look?
It doesn't. It is your standard like T shape.
Mm-hmm.
So the face, you can see your face, you can see
Right.
the eyes, and it has like two base horns with a few spikes along the edge, rivets all over. But as soon as you place it on your head, the two holes where your eyes open just like glow. You don't
yeah.
see the red,
Right.
of course, but everyone else does.
Mm-hmm.
And it just
Yeah.
basically
Fucking
fills
Dr.
in
Doom right now.
Yep.
little Dr. Doom mixed with Cyclops. Yeah.
Sick. All right.
Yeah.
Dr. Doomclops.
Dr. Doom
It's a good song title.
What is it? That's a.
That's like a My Little Pony.
I was gonna say, is that your My Little Pony thing? You beat me to it. That's your pony
I
name.
was trying to piece it together, and yeah.
Oh, man.
And you hear sounds kind of look over and it's like, yeah, I think that would work.
Does it work? Am I pulling it off?
I think
Something kind of like that.
think so.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Dang, that is that. Yeah, okay.
I would say the horns are a little, for all of you at home, that shit that Eli just showed us was badass, but the horns are a little shorter. I would say
Okay.
you're more just like, your basic like
Okay.
either go up or come down. Either way.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if this suits your fancy, then
I would say you definitely look the part.
Yeah.
Well, you're the professional here, Grimtuck, so if you think the ruse is complete with the helm, I will wear it.
I don't think it's a ruse at all.
Well,
I wouldn't fuck with you if I were one of them.
that's true.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're about. That's about all I wanted to tell you all. Just kind of a refresher for what we're getting into. Yeah, if there's anything else you need, obviously you'll know where to find me.
Sounds good. What time of day is it now by this point?
By this point, it's probably like mid-morning, getting close to noon.
What time will we make landfall?
No more than probably an hour or two after high noon.
I see. Alright.
So yeah, prepare yourself. We should be able to see the port come within the hour.
What's the weather like today? You said the sun came up, but is it like
It
clear? Or
the
is
mist
it-
almost completely cleared. It's a clear, sunny day.
Oh, okay. Alright.
And yeah, now you're just riding high on the ocean itself. And
Can we see land in the distance?
there hasn't been a call out for Landhill yet.
Okay.
It seems as though, like Silent said, you might be able to see it within the hour.
Okay.
Do we need to weigh anchor and then rest up for you guys?
I
Totally, you look pretty fucked up.
patched my wounds.
Yeah, you took some shots there.
I used some lay on hands and some hit dice to bring myself back to full health.
Yeah, and I'm doing fine. I managed to
Everybody gets
Avoid
10 more
damage.
HP after we finish our short
Hey.
rest.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah.
10 HP.
I didn't get that the first time, so much obliged.
I'm gonna give my extra one to silence.
Okay.
Good call. 10, 10.
Okay.
And at that, as we all are kind of standing around and we all are talking, Silence walks up for just a moment, requesting you all to stay here. And as she does, she leaves and comes back with a bottle and just puts it down and goes, I'd like you all to indulge me as we have a drink for the dead as well as a drink for good luck. And she pulls the cork out with her teeth and spits it over the side. And you just see her put the bottle up to her lips, and she takes a very long pull. And then takes a second followed up with that, and then passes it over to Grimtuck. And
Yep. Pull off it, pass it around.
it is harsh, but it burns for the first moment and then warms.
As the bottle goes around, a tear or two is going to run down Amelia's cheek underneath her mask. And she'll push her mask up just enough to be able to take a drink out of the bottle when it comes to her.
May our luck be with us, and may all who have fallen find respite wherever they find themselves.
Hear, hear. As
Hear, hear.
Napoleus takes a pull and passes it to Rain.
Rain takes the ball.
Elduin in kind has already done that. And as she, Amelia takes one last, or Silence takes one last drag of it. And you see her finish it off. And she just tosses it over the back of the ship.
May they find
Not very
comfort and
friendly.
merriment in the halls of their fathers.
She said it out loud.
No.
Okay. Prepare yourselves. We'll be hitting port soon. And she just goes to the helm and takes over and stares off into the distance. If no one else wants to do anything, about an hour or so later, you hear the call out from the crow's nest of Landho. And about half an hour to 45 minutes later, you all now can see with your own two eyes the shape of the island growing closer on the horizon.
Can I roll some hit dice on the in between? Why we're
Yeah.
like short rest?
This
Okay.
is the short rest.
Yeah, cool.
This is
Sure.
the longest short rest ever. This is a whole morning short rest.
That's a really good one.
This is a brunch and short rest.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. How are you doing?
Huh?
How are you doing on your...
Health wise? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm great. I'm still in triple digits even after the fight.
Fuck.
So. Barbarian.
But yeah, as you get closer, as now you see...
Once we can actually see the island
Uh-huh.
for ourselves, Amelia's appearance is going to flash, and she's going to be wearing that same outfit that kind of matches Grimtuck again. The super, like, skimpy one that just covers all the right bits. But super piratey.
Super
But
pirate.
Super,
Super pirate.
like super anime pirate.
You just
Nice.
hear
One
as
Piece,
this all
here we
goes down,
come.
you just hear come from the actual just the wheel.
I mean, you better be prepared to whoop some fucking ass. People are gonna. Yeah. Keep
Oh,
that
yeah.
fucking staff ready. Break some noses.
I think she'll be good.
Oh, I'm not worried about it.
And Amelia's still wearing her mask.
Yeah. So as you begin to get closer, you notice this cove is very interesting. It seems to be stuck under the shadow of these tall cliffs. And as they go around, you notice what seems to be just like a huge mountain range that goes past the town itself. And it seemingly goes farther than the eye can see. Once you've gotten close enough to start seeing actual Oceanshade, you notice that the island is gigantic and it goes far past where you can see. And again, rocky and almost untamed at a lot of the portions that you can notice. But you do see a lot of offshoot roads going out of Oceanshade that seem to cut through the mountains themselves, up through the hills, as there is travel between the main towns in here. And as you do, you notice, as it gets closer and more in focus, you notice now more and more ships kind of coming into view. And as you kind of now are able to see the rooftops on the buildings themselves, you notice 3 very large, distinct ships in port. There are others around, smaller, a dinghy or two, maybe a junk, and a few other pirate ships kind of like, or sailing ships kind of docked and also anchored out in the actual harbor itself. But I'd like you all to roll a perception check for me. Ooh, Eldon got a natural 20.
Ah,
Amelia got a non-natural 20.
Boom.
Grimtuck got an 11.
15 for Rain.
15 for Metolius.
Everyone with Grimtuck, who is just getting very excited.
I see
with-
very far, and there's a lot going on.
It's true. You actually are looking past the ships into the town because
Oh,
you
yeah.
see super far.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be my reasoning.
Makes sense.
The 4 of you, Elduin, Amelia, Metolius, and Rain, all notice a very familiar flag flying high upon the 3 ships that are anchored out of the harbor.
What does it look like?
It looks like a ring of arms.
God damn it.
Like the Hekatonchus?
Like the battalion.
Amelia,
Well,
like,
fuck.
What do you guys see?
Amelia hears Rain say that, and at the same time turns around to everybody and says, "Do you see that?"
See what?
I do.
Eldon kind of points it out and goes, Grimtuck, look at the flags on
Oh,
top of
fuck.
Yeah. It's not a
Oh.
good thing. And
Does that mean we're gonna get to fucking kill more fire giants?
you see Silence just give a really long and hard sigh.
Amelia turns to Silence. Is there... Silence, is it too late for us to find another place to pull in? Can we perhaps circumnavigate around the island a bit?
There aren't any other ports in the area. The closest one is Falconport. It's on the opposite side of the island. If we could try, but
You
This-
said there were.
But that also has a heavier influence by them, doesn't it?
it does, and this ship might not make it.
Shit.
As far as they know right now, they know not our faces or this ship, right? We don't know this.
I think we're fine.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not worried
we just
about
need
it.
to keep a low profile.
If we make a scene and turn now, if anyone is watching, they might find that more suspicious than us
You're not wrong.
drifting right into port.
We should just act like we belong here.
Also, if we're gonna steal anyone's ships, we can steal theirs and no one's gonna get pissed.
Well, they'll be pissed.
Well, fuck them. They're already pissed at us.
You're not wrong on both accounts.
Oh. Alright.
It'll be alright, Amelia. We'll just have to lay low.
Or, worst case scenario, kill a bunch more fire giants.
Yeah, Amelia just kind of gets, like, anxious and, like, antsy. She seems kind of uncomfortable.
I don't know. I don't know why you're upset, Amelia. Last time, I'm pretty sure you blasted one of their eyeballs out of their face. It was fucking awesome.
You
What if she was able to contact them?
Well, then we don't have a choice because we have to bring this ship into port, so we better get ready for a fight.
Silence connects. I believe, Amelia, if you're staring out at the port itself, you don't see this, but Silence connects the wheel. There's actually a little loop that she connects to keep the ship on course. She walks up and you feel a soft hand on your shoulder, and then a second there, as Silence kind of wraps her arms around you and stands at facing towards the harbor and goes, hopefully she didn't. And if she did, we all look a little bit different. And for now,
We're going to, at least, as Amelia like leans into silence, and then her mask disappears and her face completely changes to not look like herself.
you hear you feel just a slight smile go across her face and go, I'll never get used to that. But, worst case, you can always break into my home, my ancestral home, and make a space for yourself there.
I think as we're like continuing to pull in, Rain like pulls out her disguise kit and kind of refreshes her like the blackout over her eyes and like the lipstick, and then she like puts her her hood up for the cloak of disruption, and now she's like kind of vibrating, and it looks really unsettling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fucking creepy. Good job, guys. Everybody. Well done.
I tried.
Put the helmet on.
Yeah, well done.
I think you see Silence now pull up what seems to be like a scarf around her neck, puts it over her face, and she puts on her hat. And she definitely, in this process, definitely looks just a little bit enough different. As she kind of embraces and pulls you close, Amelia, and just goes, let's just do what we always do. What you all always do. Let's get in there. If we need to, you'll blow shit up. That's what you do best.
And again, guys, until this ship is repaired, if things go sideways, we're stealing one of those other fucking ships.
Oh yes, please. Let's. I would stand heartily behind you all taking one of their ships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if your ship's not ready to go, but we gotta get the fuck out, we all jump onto that ship.
Oh, we burn them.
Yeah, that's right. Burn them in port. No ships. Wait.
Keep them from
fuck.
following us.
Yeah, that we should do that anyways.
I'd say let's.
Sense of kinship between us, Amelia, sometimes.
You could all do a little bit of both. Burn two, keep one.
Yeah.
I think that would very much grind the Etterwines a little bit if we were riding upon their vessel.
Plus, it's a show of force to say that they can't stop us here in Oceanshade.
It's true.
They won't stop us.
All the ships the same.
You see two just your basic sailing ships, and there's one that's gigantic. In the very center of the three. Seems to be much larger than the other two.
Like a galleon, full array of cannons, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. A warship.
If only we had 100 people can man that fucking thing.
I
Well,
think burning a ship that big would send more of a message.
I know, right? Like, you know there's a lot of fucking gunpowder on that ship, too.
Yep.
Something to make those cannons work. Set
was
that
gonna
shit
say-
on fire, it's gonna make quite the show.
Why not keep this one of the smaller ones and just erupt this one and send it to the briny depths?
I mean, we can do that, like, the second we get there, if you guys want.
Maybe we should not
Maybe.
right away, because then we won't have time to find
Yes.
who we need to
We-
find.
yeah.
It's weird when you're sensible, but you're wearing the helmet, because it doesn't match out.
I wish I had. Kind of wish to change my voice too. It should be extra, like Moltar from Coast to Coast. But yeah,
I think we should be sensible.
yeah.
But yeah, you get closer and closer, and as you do, she kind of gives everyone the rundown. Just like, everyone played cool, like all of the crew played cool. Act like you're meant to be here. And everyone kind of like nods. You see a few throw like, bandanas over their hair. You see a few kind of like muck themselves up with a bit of just resin. And Baldric comes out, and you notice he's wearing what looks to be breeches and a vest on top of just your standard tunic. Looking very not sorcery, or very not magic usery.
Because he was normally wears robes.
Yeah. He was wearing full on robes before.
Okay. All right.
And you see him kind of look at Silence, and Silence goes, "You know it fits you, but I know it's not comfortable." He goes, "It doesn't fucking matter what's comfortable." And as this happens, you all pass into this kind of ever-encompassing port. And a few moments later, you notice as the ship kind of peels next to, slowly by the first of the Hecaton's ships. There's a name, a word on the side, and it says Halberd. As you move past it, you see a few people on deck moving about, but all of their sails are all wrapped and held as though they have been here for a little bit. You notice a large thick chain off the side, as they seemingly are anchored in the port itself. And then Amelia removes the rope and steers the Harp just enough as it slowly makes its way towards the dock. And a few minutes later after that, you see it slide just up. You hear down anchor, and as you do, you hear that loud chain as the spool inside kind of clunks along, and then a splash as the anchor hits. And then a plank is left out, and Silence kind of looks at you all and goes, "I'm going to stay on ship for now. Make your way off to your business. Be safe. Come back to me."
If stuff gets too hairy, just leave. We can make our own way out of here.
I don't think they can leave with all the damage done.
No, I mean like once it's fixed.
Oh.
Like if shit goes awry.
I hope it wouldn't come to that. But Silence looks at you, Amelia, and says that though. Come back to me.
If it does come to that, promise us you'll leave.
She takes a moment. You see her mulling it about in her head. Fine.
If we can't make it out of here, you need to make sure that somebody else can stop them.
I promise.
And Amelia's gonna hug Silence before she disembarks.
I think the hug is reciprocated with a very warm embrace. Now, interestingly, as you all begin to disembark and down the plank, you notice 3 figures standing on the very end of the dock. All of them in this almost sea foam color robes, all with hoods up. You notice hair kind of stringy but flowing out from below it, the hood. And the 2 figures are a little bit larger on either side, but the one in the center seemingly holds in both hands what looks to be a coral-encrusted chest. The other 2 figures on either side seem to have just staves, and they all stand there. Their hoods are all pointed at the ship. And the second the plank hits dock, all of their heads turn simultaneously to that plank. And as you all begin to disembark, the 3 figures move towards you.
Just walking.
Yep.
In their direction.
They are at the end of the dock. You effectively could, if fast enough, you could try to get away from them.
No.
If you wish.
No.
Okay.
We're walking. Just in that direction.
As you all kind of, and so you're walking towards them now?
I guess we're walking into the city.
You're walking towards the city. There, they're walking effectively behind you for a moment, for just a few minutes, as you're walking up the actual docks itself, and you hear this kind of raspy, low voice. Excuse me. Excuse me.
What?
You have not paid your tithe.
To
And
whom?
You... To the bitch queen of the waves herself. And you hear that kind of raspy voice, and then you, behind you all, you hear the sound of this creaking box opening. A tithe of 30 gold. Need to be paid for the fact that she let you aboard and let you hit land once again.
It's rough. I don't have 30 gold. That's a tough one.
Matthias will take out 30 gold.
Don't. Oh, alright.
You give it to them?
Yeah, I give it to him.
Okay.
Should have at least thrown it in the water or something.
You hear as they close the chest. May her waves
Yeah.
push your ship to port.
It already did. Bye.
Trouble us no more. And I walk on
Yep.
in my red helm.
Trouble us no more. Your move, creep.
And you see them go right back. They turn almost on their heels and walk straight back to the end of the docks and watch out for the next ship to come into port. This is now once you've actually moved off the docks, you see this entire city. It's hustle and bustle. You see your basics. You see a few fishermen kind of come in with their catch. You see a few other ships being loaded up around you, and you just see people moving through. You notice that this town kind of like flows up towards in a nice curve angle. You see the tops of the buildings rising all the way up till you get to what seems to be just mountainside that cuts off from there.
There's a map.
There it is. And all around you see people. They all look decently ragged and haggard. None of them look to be all that well off. More so well-meaning.
It's a crotchety fishing village.
It is.
Nefarious.
Yeah, Amelia's just like stone faced, just like checking things out.
And as you kind of walk off the docks, you start hearing merchants call out from the fish market. You just hear, "Fresh catch of the day! Mackerels by the pound!"
So, where to first?
I guess we gotta.
I know Silence was saying the tavern, but
Oh, yes.
I know you want to. You just want to go
Something
straight
or
to.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't really need a drink right now. I was kind of thinking go to the.
Did
Place of
Silence
our
didn't
own.
tell where the manor was? Did she?
No. But everyone knows where a fucking haunted house is. You just ask a 10-year-old.
Hence, Silence's suggestion to start at the tavern.
Yeah. All right.
It's a good place to ask questions.
That's
after
fair. All right. Tavern it is.
Just out of curiosity, is one of the ships on the map the Harp?
It would be the one at the very far end of the dock. Yep. It is not labeled.
Nope.
But
Word. That's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure.
yep.
Gotcha. What's the player copy?
So, You all stand now. You notice that there is at the very end what looks to be at the very end of the dock. As you hear the fish market, you can't exactly see it from where you are, but what there is jutting out of the ground is this giant hull of a ship that's kind of set in the front of the docks, and there seem to be large doors and more of those seafoam colored robed individuals kind of moving in and out, as it seems to be possibly the temple that the wonderful individuals that Matoli's just paid is housed right at the end, right where people come in on. But it looks like they literally took a shipwreck and moved it onto shore and built a church out of it.
It's lazy craftsmanship.
So yeah, you stand at the end of the dock in the front of this town. Not exactly knowing where to go, just a name.
Just grab somebody.
Okay, you grab just a random. You grab a younger man. Seems to be hefting a basket full of what looks to be just a fish of some kind.
Hey!
What?
And what was the name of the place that you told us? But I went out.
Golden Devil.
The Golden Devil?
Yeah.
Oh, like, hey, where's the Golden Devil?
Oh, it's, and he points off to the east side of the city itself, and it's just follow the edge of the water, and you'll find it. It's pretty.
Just kind of not pushing him down, just kind of pushing him away, and then just start walking that direction.
Yep. It doesn't take you very long. You see a few things along the way. You see the fish market, which is bustling. That's probably where the young man came from. You see a bunch of neighborhoods as you go. You also notice what seems to be a large building that houses a few, probably like 2 or 3 floors. And you notice a sign as you pass it that says the Floating Gull Bazaar. And a few people go in and come out with small satchels of things as you pass by it.
Are there battalion personnel in the streets?
You
very good
could roll
question.
me a perception check.
I think we're all looking for those fuckers.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I would give you an all advantage because you're all looking for it.
Ooh, natural 20.
Don't need that.
22 for
Ooh.
Amelia.
It's cocked.
Natural 20 for Elduin again.
Holy
Damn.
shit.
17 for Rain.
14 for Matoli's.
Yes. As you're all walking through in your wonderful pirate garb, you notice here and there, kind of speckled, you notice a couple at first, as you get off the dock, you notice a few standing, milling through the fish market. In full regalia. And then as you're walking through, you notice a few more kind of moving through. It doesn't seem that they're looking for anyone in particular, but they do seem to be moving about the streets.
They don't wear. Do they wear like sailor's outfit in a similar style, or do they? Or they wear?
Are they just flying all their colors?
Are they armored, or how?
They seem to be lightly armored,
Okay,
more like sailor style
got it.
in that way. You see a few in kind of short breeches. You see a few in like breastplate.
Doesn't seem to be like any officers or anything like that
red
look a
coats.
little more official.
There doesn't seem to be any higher ranking, anything other than grunt works on the ground themselves.
No fire giants, I take it.
There are no fire giants.
They're afraid of water.
I mean,
In comparison to what's
That's not a
going
point.
on, do they seem out of place? Do the civilians seem to be like taking notice of them, or seem like to be like put off by them?
ooh, roll me an insight check.
Or avoiding them.
That's going to be an 18.
Nice. I would say you notice a couple of these. One in kind of light armor, and the other more like in sailor garb. You see at one point another younger individual, probably maybe no more than 15. A young man just like accidentally knocks into one of them, and you notice them just like kick him off and like just kick ton of dust in their face, and then you see the whole gathering around that, just like all the people around just start making a wide breath around these people. So they look like they are not exactly throwing the welcome mat out. And they do look like they are definitely running, like, at least in this town for whatever business. But yeah, doesn't look good, whatever it is.
They look put off by them.
They definitely
Yeah.
look put off by them.
Okay. And while we're making our way there, I am definitely not going to make a wide berth around any of them.
Okay.
If any of them cross into our space or in our path, I'm just going to keep walking.
Roll me a percentile and call high or low.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll say high.
Okay.
16. Wait, no. Yeah, 16.
16. I'd say as you make it down the shore towards the towards what you think to be the Golden Devil, at one point or another, a couple of just straight soldier types walk right in your path, and you just bang right into them, and you just hear them go, "What the fuck?"
And I'm just going to basically just kind of lean in a little bit and puff out my chest a little bit
Uh-huh.
and just say, "What did you say to me?"
Roll intimidation. I'd give you advantage because all these fucks are there.
All these fucks.
All these pirates.
21.
You see him definitely go from that instantaneous, like, up in your face to, like, slinks back and goes, nothing, sorry, I must have walked in your way.
I'm just giving him the flint gaze until he moves.
Yeah, he does. Both of them kind of, like, move around, and you just see them kind of, like, talking, like, the fuck was that?
And it
I
just
know, it must be, I hear about pirates in this town.
and then just keep walking.
Yep. You notice that as you do that, they seem a lot less of a, I would say you gather that they are a lot less of a invading force in this situation. If
Yeah,
From
they're not here posturing like they're like an occupation. Like
no,
the
like
other
in
place.
Moore Beach, that
Yeah.
would have happened.
Yeah.
Shit would have gone down.
Yep.
This is not the same situation.
Mm-hmm. Kind of what I was hoping to discern.
Okay.
What is like the population? Like, what kind of people live here? As we're walking through the streets.
Is it
I mean, you get a
multicultural as fuck?
Yeah, you get a wide swath. You get something like mostly human, some small folk. You do notice a larger portion of tieflings in this town than what you've seen in a lot of others.
Okay.
I think, Rain, you glom on that pretty fast as you notice like a wide assortment of tieflings throughout. Even just in the short amount of time you've been on this set, you've probably seen like maybe 10 or 15 intermixed
Right.
throughout the crowd. You also notice a few tabaxis and your base standard. A lot of, you can expect that a lot of these people come from the port themselves, so it's like
Fair.
a lot of the races you see, any like, you know, Genasi, dwarf, that kind of thing, could
Right,
just be
right.
the sailors.
Got it.
Yeah.
Make
It
our way
doesn't
to
take
the
very
Golden
long.
Temple?
Yeah, it doesn't take very long once you had that encounter with the small group of hecatons. You make your way to the next block, and you see this tall, just this beautiful building, kind of with carved pillars out in the front, and this large flag with this almost picturesque horned being on it, flapping in the wind as the kind of goldenrod color of the flag itself, as this seemingly is the Golden Devil. And you see a bunch of people sitting on the front on this long porch, all having a sorry a long porch, all having like large mugs of something as they kind of drink and be merry. And you know, a few people go in. As the door opens to the building, you hear revelry inside. And you all go in.
Yep.
And I think you hear Eldrin go, "Oh, I think that might be it," which is weird coming through that mask.
Creepy mask.
Yeah, we're weird looking. I'm into it.
Yes.
What's your are we just going by ourselves? As ourselves? Are we like inventing personae?
Nah, man, just be you.
Okay.
It's fine.
I was going to say if we needed to, we probably should have done that before.
No, I don't have to like use like code names or anything. Just be tougher versions of you.
Okay.
Like if anybody says anything, you
Okay.
break their fucking nose.
That's good to know.
Yeah, no, like that. You're still you though. I mean,
Okay.
I'm not
I
gonna.
didn't
call
know
you.
if we were trying to pull a ruse.
No, we are. Like
The ruse
We are
is
in the
that
middle
you're
of it.
where the fuck have you been?
Well, you know,
You are sounding like me and me more and more every day.
No,
I meant
like
a more complicated ruse.
no, it is. Like if anybody fucking says anything, like don't wait for something to happen. Make something happen.
Should I? I mean, I generally have a little bit more of a flowery.
I mean, do you
Tone
have,
to mine.
yeah, maybe just try to sound a little tougher. But I was thinking, like, with that fucking mask on, don't say anything. It's super creepy.
I guess I could do that. I don't know how I feel about it, but sure, I'll try.
I mean, I'm not saying don't say anything. I'm just saying, like, you're creepy when you're just standing there with the mask on. It's fucking disturbing. So, like, people are gonna wonder. They're like, "What's going on in that mask? Is he like burned by acid, or like maybe he's fucking got like one eye in the middle of his face, or nobody knows."
It's true.
So,
I could be anyone under this mask.
yeah.
You could be anyone.
So,
I think you just awakened something.
I am everyone.
it's gonna get weird, guys. We're gonna make it weird.
Yeah. I think he does that. He just Eldrin kind of goes, "Okay, I guess I will be silent." That's weird, but okay.
I mean, you know, just if anybody decides to pop off, just shoot them.
Will do.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's do this, guys. And then we just good talk. And then we go inside.
That's how murder hobos are born.
Yes.
This is us moonlighting as murder hobos for sure.
Hobos are born.
If somebody pops off, just shoot them.
This is us moonlighting as murder hobos for sure.
So as you walk in, there are a few things you notice. You notice a large floor with open tables all around, and a ton of people throughout this whole place. They're having a wonderful time. There's just a lot of cheering and merriment. Rain, this is also a very heavily tieflinged area.
Heavily tiefling.
You notice that a large amount of the bar goers are all tieflings, just like yourself.
Cool.
And then behind the bar is a brilliant crimson-skinned tiefling woman with long curled horns that seem to flow back behind her head, and she has her hair kind of wrapped around her horns and goes off into like two tails that flow down quite long. She also seemingly just has a very nice, pleasant dress with an apron on in front, and she's taking orders and going that all around. And as you all walk in, she goes, "Come up, make your request. Get your orders in. We're pretty busy. Feel free to make yourselves at home if you want. I'll come meet you at the table."
These guys must see a lot of weird shit because she didn't even flinch at you. Looking at Metolius. Alright. Cool. Yeah. Go inside. Just grab a spot.
Okay.
Now that I'm like definitely not the only tiefling in the room, I'll like take down my hood because I'm not trying to like hide my horns or anything at this point.
Sure. After probably a few minutes, when she's gotten the rush at the counter itself down a little bit, that woman kind of comes out from behind the bar and comes up to you all and goes, "Well, aren't you a bunch?"
I've probably taken my helmet off at this point.
Okay.
Because I can't drink with it on.
You
Sure.
damn well try.
They don't have straws.
They don't have straw.
It would be
Nah.
weirder if you used one.
That's how you save the dragon
With a
turtles.
bendy straw.
A crazy straw. The little swirls.
My name's Harmony. This is my bar. Welcome to the Golden Devil. And what can I get you all? And you.
Ale
Ale.
and whiskey.
You see Eldrin kind of go, just like nods his head. Does that mean ale? Does your friend not talk?
Yes. He doesn't.
Yeah, just put a.
He
just
would
put
if he
an ale in
could,
front
but
of
he
him.
had his tongue cut out.
And you just see you see through, like, Eldrin looks over at you and with concerned eyes and just goes, and just nods his head at. Oh, that poor dear. Is that why he? That's why you wear the mask, isn't it?
Yes.
And you just see Eldrin go, He just like motions in between. Well, I'll get you all an ale. Let me know if you need whiskey. You said, right?
Yes.
I'll take a whiskey too.
And
All around.
Whiskey's all around.
and food.
Yes, my man here is right.
Sir, we have a roast on right now. Roast some fresh crust bread and
All around.
got it. Not a problem. We make yourselves at home. And I'll be right back. And she does that. She goes around. You see, as she wheels up everything, she kind of fills up a few drafts as she does, grabs a bottle, a few glasses, and you hear them clink as she throws them on the tray. She goes off into the kitchen. And Eldrin goes, no tongue?
Got it. I don't know. It's what came to mind. I thought it was good.
In the moment.
Yes, so shut the hell up.
But
Shut the fuck up.
Oh man.
That's just how we deal with Elduin being on. We just turn him into a mute.
oh man.
Oh man.
Ooh.
pretty great. It's pretty
Yeah.
great.
A few moments later, you see Harmony come back and goes, here are drinks all around. She she kind of hands Eldrin what seems to be a glass with a small, like, a lip on it that seems to almost work like a funnel. And goes,
You just give him a sip.
Shit.
Just give him a sippy cup.
it's okay, my friend. You don't have to take off your mask if you are concerned about showing your face.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah.
And he goes, mm-hmm.
It was horribly scarred
Ah,
Yeah.
when he was abused as a child.
oh,
That was before the tongue incident.
oh.
He's had bad
That's
luck.
terrible. I'm so sorry. Here. And she pours the whiskey and then, here. I could only imagine you've all been through a lot. Here's a bottle. What
Just
brings
him.
you all to... God damn it. What brings you all to, my humble establishment? I don't think I've seen any of you. Especially not you, my dear. I think I'd know if I'd seen you around.
We have business in the city. Sorry.
No, I think that was Grimtuck just like slamming his fist on the
Yeah,
table,
yeah,
like for
absolutely.
effect.
Yeah. We have business in the city.
Oh, well, any that kind of business? I'm guessing from your attire. Not
Let's just say it's pressing business. Also, a few side errands. What's the name of that fucking manor? again?
Rhymehold.
But we also have a bit of sightseeing to do.
Sightseeing in Oceanshade.
It's our first time here. You know a place called Rhymehold Manor?
Yes, that ghost-infested, decrepit old building that stands still. Yeah. I know
Well,
it.
my friend here, and I put my arm on Elduin's shoulder and say, we brought him here. He's never seen a ghost before, and it's one of his wishes. What with the burns and the no tongue, and it's just The
I wanna
being
be
a
ghost
eunuch.
hunter.
Okay. First off, roll deception. Like
Did you hear that
hard.
last part?
I know, I missed it.
I said the being a eunuch.
Oh my god,
You said being deception?
dude. Yeah.
11.
She kind of looks at you and cocks an eyebrow and goes, "Who makes their their wishes to come to Oceanshade?"
No, it was the closest place we found to go and maybe see a ghost.
First haunted
We
house
just
we
googled
got to.
ghosts near me.
Okay, sure.
Ghost
You-
near you.
You'll see a ghost then. Excellent. Well, as long as you just enjoy yourself here.
No, can you tell me where it is?
Oh. If you go, and she kind of looks back to the door. If you go out the door and follow the 2 blocks to the south from here, you can't miss it. It's literally a mansion amidst a bunch of hovels.
What do you know about it? Everybody says it's haunted,
I know it's haunted.
but like, kind of haunted, like screaming, I don't know, wailing in the middle of the night,
I
or
know
like.
people don't come back when they go in.
All right,
Generally speaking, that screams haunted to me.
okay. Like, have you ever seen anything like late
No.
at night? So, you know.
You ever know anybody that's gone in and not come out?
I've known a few people. Roll intimidation.
Oh, 15.
It's not bad.
She kind of
Yeah,
like
especially when I rolled a 6.
she kind of like jumps back as you like lean forward real hard and just like do that. It's like a few people. Sorry, I've only heard stories really, and people. Cursory.
It's 2 blocks away and you've only heard stories.
I've never been. Why would I go? I don't want to die.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's a mansion in the middle of a bunch of hovels.
So you ever seen anyone go in? You ever watched anyone go in?
No, it's not really what I like to do. I have a business to run. Thank you. I don't need to. I think it's locked. How are you going to get in? If you so needed to go.
How do you know it's locked? You tried the door?
No.
Bloody hell!
Do you know anyone who's seen someone go in?
Okay. That was already asked.
Oh.
No, I asked her if she'd seen anybody go in.
Oh,
I asked her if she knew anybody that went
Yeah.
in.
She
No.
an outward acquaintance has seemingly gone in. And she definitely like I would say she like looked a little bit, just like, no.
What do you know about these soldiers?
Insight.
Yeah,
Oh.
of course.
Sorry, we're still.
Now natural 20.
Woo, never mind.
Which beats her her 15.
Ooh.
You can tell that she's holding something back.
Dope.
And she's just like looking at you like, no.
I just
Pause.
shoot her. I just like super laying into the pirate motif and just like lean over the table and just like glare an eye at her.
Crazy eye up.
I don't say anything. I just like stare at her.
Put that thing away. Yes, maybe I have known a person or tried a door. Who hasn't in this town? Let me tell you, no one. Of course everyone has. You tell there's treasure. And she kind of like looks around as she said that surprisingly loudly. I hear tell there's treasure in there.
What kind?
I don't know. I haven't been. I've never gotten in. It was locked when I checked.
Well, if there's stories of treasure, there must be stories of what kind it is.
Not when everyone who goes in to find it doesn't come out. I mean, we all know who owned the manor. Don't you? Do you not? Why are you going to a manor you don't know who owned it?
Because my friend wants to see a ghost.
How do you know there's a ghost in a manor that you don't know who owned it?
We heard it was haunted.
From whom?
I don't know. That's the rumor. You just said so.
Yeah, but you started this conversation.
No, like, you're not the only one that says it's haunted. Everybody says it's haunted.
Everyone says it's haunted.
People,
The
yeah.
people that have been here, at least.
Did you? Okay.
It was recommended to us.
4 stars.
God damn it.
Only 2 of them are Michelin.
Okay. So you all know who owned it then, right?
Yeah, it's in the name.
Yes. You all know who he was?
He's a pirate king.
Okay. I'm gonna.
But no, we don't say the P word.
Oh no, we're gonna keep the name and the title a little bit lower so no one. Yes.
Hearing that, Amelia's gonna take a look around.
Okay.
See if anybody is
Perception?
paying attention
I
to
will
that.
also do that.
I'm glued
Natural
to this.
20!
I'm glued to this fucking conversation.
Also natural 20.
Yeah!
25.
The both of you are definitely looking around, and I think
Spider senses.
because of the utterance of treasure, you do notice a few people looking at you. You a couple eyes kind of turning that direction.
If Amelia catches anybody's eyes, she's giving them that fucking stare.
Roll me
right
that
back at 'em.
intimidation again.
Don't mind if I do.
You're too pretty right now.
I am.
That's
I-
way out of the box.
I can be intimidating.
24.
Yes, you can. 24?
Yeah.
Damn. The second you give them that evil eye back, they just like turn back to their drink
Ooh,
and just
glower power. Yeah. Give him that stink
Sam.
eye.
I
Okay,
would like to
do it, do it,
to
do it.
Intimidate. Not as successful. 11.
11. You kind of give them like
I try to look hard, but
this. You,
Yeah,
you,
what she said.
you give them the stink eye back.
yeah.
And they
I
kind of
have my
like-
helmet on.
They kind of like give you the upward like
You
tilt.
shouldn't
Like
have taken it off.
Well, I can't drink my ale or eat my roast.
she gives you like the they give you like the cursory like chin up like and like turn back to their thing.
All right.
Not didn't seem intimidated, but yeah.
You know.
Got
Notice
the message.
you. They noticed you noticing,
Yeah.
and that was the important
And then
part.
they fucked off. That's fair.
All right.
So
now.
for now, but you all know who lived there. You all know what's in there, right? Right. Well,
Yeah, ghost.
I guess so.
And the T word.
But I mean, heck, if you can get in there and get out, maybe you will find something that's worth a damn, and prove us all correct that it may be ghostly. So your ghosts are very dangerous to fight. I don't know. I've never seen one, but those are tales I hear.
Thank you very much. I will hand her. Let's do just 2 gold.
Thank you. Anything else?
Yeah, that roast.
Yeah, it's coming.
Where might one find the current head of the monarchy?
She kind of looks at you and goes. She rolled insight and rolled terribly.
She rolled insight on me.
Yeah, to try to kind of glean what you're meaning there.
Oh, well, I don't know. God damn it.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Wait, you did ask something else. I believe someone asked about the soldiers.
Oh, that's true.
I started too.
Did
What-
we?
Yeah.
I
He
did,
started
but
to.
you guys. I thought you guys were done with your conversation piece, so it's
No.
fine. Yeah,
What was your question?
I was just saying. I don't even remember what it was anymore. I'm being
Nope.
honest.
What do you make of the soldiers?
Yeah, what do you guys make of the soldiers?
Sailors, what have you?
Oh, the ones. What's the word?
Cowards.
Sure, the many armed ones, right? The ones that wear those weird wreaths on their chests.
Yep.
I mean, they thankfully don't frequent here that often, which is great. It's good for business. As long as they come and go, I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I just don't want them to stay, because we all know what that means.
So we've heard.
Oh yes, then I would say just about as much as I do. They are not good people.
No, they are not.
And she kind of looks around to see if there's anyone around her. They're really not.
All right. Well, be quick with the food. Thank you for the information.
Of course, are you all here for an extended period of time? Might I offer? We always have rooms for rent if you need one.
We'll let you know.
And she kind of fucks off for a moment.
All right, guys. I know we were talking about like making an impact when we came into town.
Did you call me a eunuch?
I thought it'd make you more scary.
Why would that make me
You
scary?
don't have a tongue.
I know. Why would that make me scary?
So, no, we'll come back to this. Just let's circle back around.
After we leave here, maybe.
You see him
To be
try
fair,
to take
I've
his
never seen
sippy
your
cut
dick.
and just like it works just fine.
I
Thank you.
believe you. I believe you. Look, we're getting off topic here. So, everybody's clearly... Fuck. Everybody's clearly scared shitless of this fucking house. Like, if we want to just make an impact, we could just be the people that just go in and just find whatever's in there. That's, we
I
needed
have a
to...
feeling that whatever's in there is the sword we're looking for, right?
Who knows?
Probably.
Is the sword just killing people on its own?
No.
Like...
Okay. I am feeling...
That would be pretty good.
I have heard of
I-
weapons that attack on their own.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it
I
be
mean-
a bigger impact if we went in there and found whatever in there and didn't tell anybody?
Yeah, that we have that option too. Then we can just be in there.
Also, if
Like-
people know we went in there and we did find whatever we were looking for, or whatever other people are looking for, and they know we have it, what's to stop them from trying to take it from us, knowing that
True.
it's no longer in the house?
Yeah, I mean, if they could take on, if they're not strong enough to go in the house and get it themselves, why would they think they're strong enough to take it from us?
Because we're dealing with pirates, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of times there's like ghost stories. It's just to scare people. Like, it could be rumors started by whoever's there to keep people away.
She
Like,
said people stopped coming out.
Yeah, I think if we want, depends on what we want to accomplish here, guys. If we want to get respect and notoriety so we get noticed and thereby, raise our standings, then we walk right in and we let everybody know what we took when we came out.
That's not why
Or
we're
if
here.
we
We're
wanna
here to
keep-
find that sword, and then to make our way to the other part of the island.
That too, but also to garner help
From
and
the pirates.
potentially get more allies to our cause. I think we wing it. I think we go inside, we find out what's there, and then we can decide based off what it is how we want to play it.
I think fighting the sword first is probably
A good idea.
advantageous because what
What if
if
the
we
sword's not
try to
there?
get the pirates on our side and they are mad and chase us out of town or
I
something?
mean, why
Like,
wouldn't the sword be, as Elwyn tries to say, like, why wouldn't the sword be, you see Harmony come back with a plate, and he instantly, like,
Just shuts the fuck
clams
up.
up and goes, "Ugh," and just slams his mug straight into Grimtuck's chest, splashing it all over his face.
I love that joke. It's his best joke.
And immediately just laughs out like, yes!
Oh, here, and she puts down the food. Would you like another one? Mm-hmm.
Might as well bring a bunch more. Another round for the table. We're probably gonna need another one of these bottles here real soon too.
Okay, I think we can do that. And she moves off, fills that request. We're still not done with that yet.
That is funny.
I mean, you've got to be done. It's all over his shirt.
I'm not wearing a shirt.
You just see the eyes go through the mask, just like...
Yeah, I think we should go check it out, see what's in there, and then if there's nothing in there, then we can be like, hey, we've conquered the fucking house, and
Well,
get all
Silence
things.
did say there was something in there, the rumored tunnels.
Maybe we'll go find them.
Yes. I think it's worth checking out.
I think we're definitely doing that.
Yeah.
Sword or not.
I mean, if it's, and also if the sword was it her grandfather or great grandfather? Great grandfather. If like the sword was her great grandfather's sword and this is her great grandfather's manor, like, it also seems kind of likely it'd be in there, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll get to fight him as a ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost pirates.
Ghost pirates.
I mean, we kind of
kill him.
If it is him in there, would it maybe help us to have Silence with us?
She didn't seem keen on
Yeah, she didn't want to go. Plus,
going down a trip down memory lane.
if she goes with us to fucking find her ancestral sword, she might want to keep it, and that's not happening. We're taking the fucking sword.
I don't get that impression from her.
I don't either. I think that if it goes to the greater cause of what we're fighting for, then I think she would understand.
Alright, I mean, regardless, I don't think it's a good idea. I think we should just do it how we always do it with us. We know us.
It puts her at unease. I don't think she would want to come anyway.
But also, like, she's a good in a fight, but we need her where she's at.
We need her at the helm of the ship, so...
Well, getting the ship fixed is definitely first priority.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Well, then I say let's go find this manor. See what we can find.
Agreed.
And yeah, Eldrin just takes the new cup and just puts it against his mask and half-heartedly sips it.
Does that mean we're going into this mansion today? Are we just going right for it? Or
I don't see
do
why
we
not.
take our time and...
I think we should head right there. I mean, because here's the thing.
Is it going to seem odd to the townsfolk if we just show up in port and go straight to the one haunted place in town?
We went straight here.
Yes, but if we leave here without having bought in rooms or made any plans to stay...
I think nobody's going to really notice us. They have soldiers in town with giant warships, and everybody looks disheveled after dark. I don't think anybody's going to pay any mind to us.
I mean, if everyone in town believes these stories, they don't think we're going to come back out.
That's true. Everyone in town does seem a bit distracted by these soldiers and sailors, so maybe that works in our advantage.
Yeah, in that case, we might want to try to get in and out before the soldiers leave port.
Well, then we're waiting till nightfall?
I think we should go now.
If you want to.
So it's like...
It's only a couple blocks
It
from
was
here.
just after noon when we landed. Maybe.
It was probably like
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it like 3 or 4?
I mean, it's no more than like... I would say it's no more than 3 by this point.
Okay.
It did not take you that long to hit port. And
It's not long till dark anyway, so we could wait.
It would give us a bit more cover, wouldn't it?
I think that would be better.
I think we should at least also eat first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got food coming. We might as well just kill some time and eat some food.
It's already here.
Huh?
It's already there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We are eating.
Let's eat.
Nom,
Nom, nom, nom, nom, nom.
Yes, we should at least finish our meals. There's no sense in going into something of this sort on an empty stomach.
All right, fair. Yeah.
Dare say not.
Cool. All right, we will eat our food and kind of get the measure of the place.
I think that as you all sit there prepping and eating your food, I think it's the perfect time to say we're going to call it for this session. And we'll see you all in the next episode of the Swordcast Adventures.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alduin. Sorry about your dick.
Pirate adventure!
Pirate adventure. Pirate adventure.
Hey, Elduin here. Thank you for listening to the Swordcast Adventures. Hope you enjoyed your time on the island of Doctor. Please find us on swordcastadventures.com, where you can find links to all of our various social medias. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Tumblr, YouTube, Patreon, Coffee, whatever you're playing. So, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for listening. Bye.